You aren't just talking to yourself when you're reading out loud to your newborn. It may seem like he's not paying attention, but he's actually been a good listener since before he was even born. Claudia Solis-Alcala explains how your little one's hearing helps him to learn about the world around him.
As a parent, you hear every one of your baby's sounds, whether it be a cry or a giggle. But how much can your infant really hear? According to Dr. Robert Orth, a pediatrician with Tulare Pediatrics, a newborn can hear very well.
They can be startled by loud noises as well as being calmed or soothed when a parent talks to them. I think all parents have experienced, myself included, when they have their crying baby, holding their crying baby and talk to them and they calm down.
His or her ears actually develop and become functional in the womb at around 28 weeks. This is why a hearing test is given before mom and baby even leave the hospital.
And at Tulare Regional Medical Center, we do an ABR, which is an auditory brainstem response. If they pass that, then they just go for their normal newborn checkup. And then it's just monitored from there on at every well-child check.
Hi there. How you doing?
8-month-old Hayden passed his initial newborn exam and is at Dr. Orth's office with his mom, Vicki Aranda, for a well-child checkup.
Can I look in your ear?
The ear exam includes physically checking Hayden's ear canal and eardrum in case of an ear infection.
Part of checking his hearing would be just observation. And so I can look at him and talk to him, and if he seems intent on me and looks right in my eyes, then we know he can hear me pretty well. Sometimes I'll, go up to their ear and rub my fingers and see if they kind of turn it.
So he knows he's listening right to me when I'm talking.
Hayden passed his ear exam and has hit his milestones for hearing. Here are your hearing milestones. At birth, infants can recognize changes in volume of speech. A 3-month-old can be startled by loud sounds, but can also be calmed or smile when spoken to. A 6-month-old will turn toward a sound to look for its source. He might notice changes in tones and recognize his own voice. A 12-month-old understands common phrases and simple words. He recognizes the voices of others and will try to say simple words.
They really should hit the milestones on target. The speech in some children can be delayed. We do monitor that, and if it becomes a concern, we definitely send them. The first thing is to check their hearing, because if their hearing is abnormal, then their speech is going to be likely delayed.
If you are worried about your child not hitting those milestones, Dr. Orth recommends talking with your pediatrician. The first step would be to repeat the hearing test. If your baby passes the test but does not seem very responsive, it could be because the brain of an infant is still developing.
It's very important for them to interact with their babies, and so whether that's talking or reading or singing or listening to music, that interaction is very important for their development of their auditory and speech.
Parents can be actively involved in helping to develop their child's hearing by just talking and singing to their baby. For the Arandas, it is a family affair, including Hayden's older brother, Justice.
Read books. He'll sit with me sometimes as I read with Justice, and just kind of sing through the house and kind of tell him what's going on and say, oh, we're going to go pick up Justice from school, or we just dropped him off. He'll come back home soon. So whatever kind of goes on throughout the day, I tell him, what's happening.
According to Dr. Orth, younger siblings can develop more quickly, thanks to the additional interaction from their older sibling.
They listen to them talk, and so they try to mimic that. A lot of times it's not just interaction from mom or dad talking to them, reading to them, things like that, but also brother.
If he sees any balls around the floor, he'll go pick it up and he'll say, ball. So that's a lot faster than what Justice did when it was just me and him.
You want to go up? You want to go up? You want to go up?
I'm Claudia Solis-Alcala for 0 to 5 in 30 minutes.
Thanks, Claudia. And for a timeline of what your little one should be hearing and reacting to at different ages, just go to valleypbs.org and click on 0 to 5 in 30 minutes.
This program funded in part by First 5 Fresno County. At First 5, we focus on the first 5 years of life. We fund programs and services that better the lives of children in Fresno County.
Additional funding from First 5 Tulare County. Changing lives and building futures. Because it's all about the kids.